Premier Media's Mining Weekly Online is speaking to Alex Grose, the Managing Director of Investing in African Mining Indaba. Alex, we're coming up to the point where in February next year we'll all be on tenterhooks about the mining Indaba.
Yep.
We're hoping that it'll be like a United Nations of Africans there. Are you also able to get people to attend from Africa?
Yeah, and it's great actually that you gave it its full name, Investing in African Mining Indaba, and that's what it's about. It's about driving capital into Africa. And South Africa's our home, we love it, but you're right, it's about Africa. And so that's what when you get there, you'll see people from all over Africa. We had 32 different government ministries from Africa represented last year, amongst 36 from the world. So yeah, it's absolutely Africa. We have the President of Ghana confirmed, and we're hoping to have more heads of state, so that would really drive it from all over Africa.
And I hope you also get Cyril Ramaphosa.
We would love to, and we've had a very strong indication from his office that he will be there. We'd love to help. I mean, I know South Africa as a country is sort of driving this international investment, and I think with Africa's biggest investment conference in South Africa, and with mining being such a great industry that could, if it got the right investment, drive something in the South African economy, we'd love to be able to help on that front.
And the emphasis is all on investment. Can you tell us about this investor pavilion idea?
Yeah, so that's something that now we've done it, looks like we should have done it before. It seems obvious. So we have so many investors at this event, more investors than any other event in Africa. And we have so many mining companies. And we work hard to put them together, and we have a whole IR team, investor relations team, who are working every day, making sure, oh, you need to meet 3 companies in gold in Mali, right, there you go, the meetings. But we're physically going to put them together now, so we're going to have a home in the event for the investors and mining company CEOs. Big focus on juniors, but also on the corporate dev teams from the bigger companies to all be with each other all day, every day.
And that junior battlefield that you have, it's also been quite innovative.
Yeah.
And it's great that junior is getting a profile there. What response have you had from this outreach to the junior mining fraternity?
We've loved it, and the juniors have loved it, and do you know what? The investors have loved it as well. The reason we did it was to give the juniors a chance to pitch to world-class investors, to get live feedback from them, and to actually put themselves in front of these investors. It's been amazing the feedback we've had from the investor side. We thought it'd be more like, can you go and see these? And they're like, we would love to see these more. These are the companies we don't get to see. This is exciting for us as well. So we're going to be expanding that. And it's amazing, we've seen it copied actually across a few other events outside of Mining Indaba, people trying to do the same thing. But this is the home of the investment battlefield. And
battery metals in the news and electric vehicles, how are you going to give some sort of exposure to that?
Yeah, it's a great point, and it's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. So much so there's people looking at just doing whole events on that, but I think with Indaba we've got the audience to really drive the debate on that. We are going to be having everyone from the customer's customer of our mines, so the actual people driving this demand, so the battery manufacturers and the car companies. So for instance, JLR have confirmed that they're going to be there and talking about, this is what we want from you as the industry, this is what we need. We want to understand, how are you going to supply us that? How are you going to supply us it in an ethical way? How are you going to meet our needs as they ramp up? What other minerals can you get hold of? Is it just cobalt, lithium? Or actually we're thinking of this. Where are we going to get it? How are you going to get it to us? Can we do off-takes? All that sort of stuff. And if it's coming, I suppose, for us, it's not just from a technical point of view, it's coming from an investment point of view. Why would we do that? And then what role have investors got to do to really try and capitalise on that?
So that is looking forward into the future, but you have a category, mining 2050, where you really look long, because mining is a long-term game, and there's a lot of disruption with new technology, and you'll involve some sort of insight into that.
Yeah, and that was another real lovely surprise from last year. What we wanted, the reason we did it is we wanted to give a reason to some of the people that were maybe slightly outside the finance, so looking at the operation of the mines, and to create something really for the operational side, the COOs of the mining companies, about how can we help them think about their future and the investment they need to make to run a mine. Because I think the challenge we have here is that South Africa is not just competing with each other or even competing with Zimbabwe, we're competing with Australia and we're competing with Canada. So we have to be world class, and world class is going to involve automation, digitization. And the response last year was unbelievable. We were standing room only. So this year we've had an extra half a day to that, to the Mining 2050 programme, looking at what is Africa got to do to really be world class.
And there are quite extreme situations in Africa at the moment. We find in the Democratic Republic of Congo, they've changed the way they're going to deal with mines. We also find that in Tanzania. Will you be debating those issues?
Absolutely. Well, I think resource nationalism full stop across Africa is an important thing at the moment, and it's a topic that comes up not just in those two countries, but of course those two countries are probably the more extreme end of it. And I suppose that naturally leads to really interesting debate because of the extremities of the situation. We will certainly be doing stuff on that. We're just trying to confirm in the next few days or next couple of weeks a really exciting panel looking at DRC and how each player has a role to play and what we can do as Indaba to kind of bring everyone to sit at the table together.
And women are also playing a bigger role in mining now. How will you reflect that at your Indaba?
Yeah, and why shouldn't they? And it's we're very strong on that as a business. The team that runs Mining Indaba is much more than 50% female. What can we do to raise the profile of women in mining? And what we're trying to do is to make sure we have a woman on every panel. Now it's challenging. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but we're not here to do easy things, right? And we're here to really try and make a difference to the industry. And if we want to be the best at what we do and for our clients to be the best, we need to try and lead that debate, so we're going to.
And this is a special year. This is the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Are you going to have any surprises for us that will be pleasant?
There will be a couple of surprises in about 2 weeks' time, but it's all about celebrating. So we should be announcing some big celebrations. We'll be doing some other big speakers. We're trying to find people, so please contact me if you have been to all 25. I think you've just missed one. But we're going to have sort of, as you arrive, some sort of time wall, so you'll see this is what's happened over in Indaba through the years and how it's matched with the mining industry, and we're all going to try and celebrate that.